LNG501 Assignment 2. Please allow me to introduce myself alongside with my topic. My name is Saburo Tuita. I'm a first year student at the Fiji National University, majoring in accounting and IS. And my presentation topic for this presentation is based on flooding, which was actually narrowed down from the main semester theme, economic growth and the environment. My research topic is based in Navosai's location, and it is actually for a time frame of the past 3 years. Flooding, of which that I need to be really exact with, it is one of those greatest natural disasters that comes about bringing a lot of devastation. Devastation in the sense that it comes about making individuals lose property, lose livestock, lose agricultural products, or produce rather, and lastly to the extent where one may even lose life. In simple terms, flooding is when a particular river body, in fact water body, receives more than enough water of what then it can actually hold in a particular body. In this presentation, I will summarize the main points to my source. To begin with, the very first point I would claim is the effects of improper drainage system. Second of all, it would be the possible solutions that could come for these various effects in terms of improper drainage system, rather than of it being poor. And lastly, the assistance that could possibly be offered in times of this natural crisis. This source particularly aims to improve healthy lifestyles of any individual. Secondly, to identify the health risk factors that are associated in these flooding times, and mostly to also evaluate on the possible ways of how to cater for these health risk issues. And then for the matter of fact, this presentation also claims on how there are available assistance that could be easily received to cater for immediate needs of those who are badly affected in this flooding. This is all due to improper drainage system. And basically, this source looks at us individual as to how we play our part. Like any other sources that you might come across, this source has also its very own strengths and weaknesses. Just to reiterate a few strengths of this source rather, it contains useful data that you could reuse maybe later or never know when you would want to. And secondly, it is a well-researched source, provided very effective evidence. I would say this source has also a strong evidence backing up with it. And it provides thorough reasoning as to why I've picked a few points with the supporting evidence. Like any other sources that you might have come across with, this source has also its own weaknesses. Now, just to name a few, it has no clear mention of the author. And it has, I'm not really sure if the author, since it is not mentioned, I'm not even really sure if the person who wrote the source to which I'm referring to is a clear expert in the field or not. I'm not sure about that, but I would say, just to substitute that point, I would say it is not thoroughly objective. And lastly, I would say it is inherently limited to a fewer scope, in the sense that only those with an open-ended mindset in terms of natural disasters would understand this. However, I will be using simple terms, simple phrases to help us all in one structure. Just to the extent of answering my own question, But for that, I'll need to state my own question. My question in fact reads, does the local residents of Narere site provides acceptable benefits and stimulus in combating the issue of improper drainage system for the past 3 years? Now that was my exact question. In this presentation, I would attempt to answer my own question with relevant points and specific backing ups with evidence. Presenting to the fact that I must answer my own question to that extent, I would rather reclaim my points that I've made earlier with regards to the effects of improper drainage system. The first effect would be on any resident living in that low-lying area. It basically would affect the livestock. They'll lose livestock. Eventually they'll also lose agricultural produce, and most of all they'll also lose their property. They are on the verge of losing property since they are in a low-lying area, and most of all it's human lives. In flooding, at times it can cause human life. Presenting to the fact that I must answer my own question to that extent, I would rather reclaim my points that I've made earlier with regards to the effects of improper drainage system. The first effect would be on any resident living in that low-lying area. It basically would affect the livestock. They'll lose livestock. Eventually they'll also lose agricultural produce, and most of all they'll also lose their property. They are on the verge of losing property since they are in a low-lying area, and most of all it's human lives. In flooding, at times it can cause human life. Now, not only that, since I've said that flooding is one of the greatest natural disasters, I also mean that it also comes about bringing health risk factors. Now, these health risk factors I would refer to leptospirosis and dengue fever. Since flooding comes in, there might be somewhere potholes and something that would stop water. Once flooding goes, stagnant water will remain, and this will cause dengue. And then, since we never know what juncture that the water has crossed, what junction it has came across, it will bring disease. It will surely bring disease. So there is a high chance of people, in particular small children who loves to play in water, of them getting sick and obviously admitted in hospital, claiming to the extent of claiming lives. While still on the point of taking lives, let's take chances of what we can do rather than of what we should have done. Now, there are certain solutions to these effects, and I'm sure these solutions would credibly help out. It is necessarily obvious that cleaning up waterways, clearing it up, widening the waterways, maybe deepening it would help. But to the fact that we should think of is, let's just take a look at our disposal points. Regardless of who we are, what we are, we really need to reform our disposal points. It is currently a situation where in every residence it is the main issue of improper drainage due to improper disposal points. We need to act responsibly. Let's relook at where we need to dispose our wastes, not by the riverside. Since I've agreed to what I have said earlier on, probably I might provide a link to the video of what I was saying, but suppose if I do not, it would be found under the Fiji Times Facebook page, and that was, to be exact, that was on the 8th of April. 1034. Yes, and now since that I've agreed to the fact of what I have presented earlier on, I must provide that with a reason, and my main reason here is that whatever I've presented has imposed to improve healthy lifestyles as one encounters the effects of poor drainage system. It also identifies the health issues, health factors that is associated with this improper drainage system, and moreover it has evaluated possible ways to cater for these various health issues. Not only health issues, but of how we can actually make out to save ourselves from the effects of improper drainage system. And this is if we work together to create a sufficient waterway, supporting my points to what I've said earlier regarding healthy lifestyles. Now it is really surprising when you go to Narere Navosai, let alone cassava and talo, but people are found to be reusing these plastic materials such as bottles and containers, these plastic containers in big size, in big mess. They're reusing these plastic materials to plant in them. They're planting produce that could be harvested over time, apart from cassava and talo, which takes literally months. Secondly, to the risk health factors, people are working on their drain system, block drain system. They're clearing it up, they're removing all necessary water containage materials that could hold water and bring in dengue fever. They are clearing up muddy places so that it would not contain leptospirosis and whatnot, contaminated disease that are associated with water. And to the fact that I am aware of is the residents of Narere Navosai are working together with the same intentions of keeping their residents safe from the near future floodings. Again, in conclusion, that to the argument that I made, I would agree that the local residents of Narere Navosai has provided benefits, has provided relevant benefits and stimulus ways of combating these impacts of improper drainage system. And these benefits that they have provided are acceptable benefits, and they're really helpful. And with all that has been said, I'd like to take this time to thank you all for viewing this short clip of presentation, and also thank you for your valuable time. Remember, we are still facing this pandemic, global pandemic, which is COVID-19. I hope that you are staying safe. Please adhere to the outlets restrictions. Please, nothing much, but stay home, stay safe, and save lives. Good night.